Okay, so good morning, maulang umaga, and yeah, I will be uploading or I will be discussing our first topic for semifinals para hindi tayo mapag-iwanan. Okay, so our first topic is about recruitment and selection. So as you all know, part of being a sales manager's task is to recruit and select his or her team of salespeople, right? So this is really very crucial. It's very crucial in building a successful business because um, if the salesperson is not fit, or if they hired somebody that is not fit for the job, take note, it's a recurring expense, right? And it's not only that, um the salesperson should undergo a series of trainings, and if they will spend a lot, or there's a tendency that they will spend a lot on trainings if they did not choose the right person for the job. Kaya ang hirap-hirap, kaya may mga qualifications na dapat na tignan ang mga sales people or sales managers, not only in the sales field or field of sales, but kahit sa mga 8 to 5 or 9 to 5 jobs, or yeah, in any company, it is really very crucial in selecting the right person, right? Kasi kumbaga magiging parte na siya ng company, and aside from that, of course, it's part of the expense. And syempre pag hindi marunong yung na-hire, hindi gano'n ka-smooth yung operations, or hindi gano'n ka-smooth yung magiging transactions niya. So, gano'n po, 'no? So, a strong sales team is the backbone of any organization, and getting the right people on board is the first and most important step. So, take note, it is the backbone of any organization. Why? Kasi, of course, paano nga ba, 'di ba, how can a company earn profits if there are no sales, right? Yan naman yung kumbaga pinagkukuhanan ng kita. Paano nga makikita kung walang sales, 'di ba? So, moving on to the next slide. So, recruitment and selection are often used together, but they are two distinct processes. So, for the recruitment, it is all about attracting a pool of qualified candidates. It's the engine that potential talent, sorry, it's the engine that brings potential talent to your door. Anong ibig sabihin nun? Yun yung yung akto ng pagkukuha ng pool of applicants para doon ka magse-select. Okay? Yun na, kapag nagkaroon ka na ng pool of applicants, then di ba, mas maraming choices, more chances of winning, sabi nga. Di ba? Kumbaga, kung there are more options, then you could select, or there is a better tendency to select the best person for the team. Diba? So, ganon. So, selection, on the other hand, is the process of choosing the best individuals from that pool to fill your open positions. It's about picking the right person for the job. Yan, a process of picking individuals who have relevant qualifications to fill jobs in an organization. So, again, syempre, nakadepende sa recruitment process muna, no? Yung recruitment, yung pagkukuha ng pool. Paano ka magse-select kung kokonti lang yung mga nag-apply, 'di ba? Kaya that is sa point of view natin ng mga aplikante, parang ang hirap kasi marami tayong marami tayong kakompetensya for that job position. But if you will put yourselves in the company's shoes, magiging mas maganda ito para sa business itself, sa company. Kasi nga again, kung mas maraming pagpipilian, mas maraming options, or kung mas maraming options, mas malaki ang chance na mapili yung best fit for the job. Okay? So what do you mean, or what is the importance of recruitment and selection? So there is wide variability in the effectiveness of salespeople. Salespeople are very costly, and other important determinants of success are heavily dependent on the intrinsic qualities of the recruit. So bakit nga ba? First, there is a huge difference in the effectiveness of salespeople. A top performer can bring in significantly more revenue than an average one. Kaya yon. Siyempre nga, oo nga naman, 'di ba? Kapag may mga set of applicants, hindi naman 'yan pantay-pantay ng skill set, right? So, of course, mas maganda kung makuha mo na or masala mo na siya ng maayos para makuha mo yung top performer. Mas ibig sabihin kapag top performer, mas magaling siya, ibig sabihin mas malaki ang chance na makakuha siya ng mas maraming makagawa siya ng or makabenta siya ng mas marami, 'di ba? Than the average one. Second, salespeople are very costly to a company. I always mention that, 'di ba? Una pa lang kahit kung hindi kayo galing sa akin sa professional salesmanship, sinasabi ko palagi na ang salespeople ay very costly. Kasi commission-based 'yan, hindi naman 'yan fixed rate. Actually, may fixed salary sila in addition to the ano yan, in addition to their allowances, what else? In addition to their commissions pag nakabenta, 'di ba? So, since nasabi natin na salespeople are very costly, a bad hire can be an expensive mistake, 'di ba? So, finally, a recruit's intrinsic qualities like their personality and motivation are heavily dependent on how well they fit the role. And these qualities are a major determinant of success. Ano yung intrinsic, panloob na qualities? So, very important na makita mo, 'di ba? It's not only about yung panlabas, but it's the intrinsic qualities of the recruit. Yung personality niya, nandyan yung motivation, paano siya makakakuha. Siya ba ay madaling mag-give up or talagang pursigido siyang makabenta. Dapat, yun una pa lang is masala na or makitaan na ng ganong mindset ang isang salesperson. Okay? So, yun. So as you know, this is according to the survey, Salesforce Compensation Survey in 2009 by Dartnell. So this was still in 2009 survey. So the total first year cost for a trainee salesperson in the US was estimated at about 66,200. 1 year na yan. Laki, no? This figure includes compensation benefits, and compensation, benefits, and direct expense, like field cost. Okay? Importantly, it also includes a significant training cost, so 7,100, which shows you the investment required for each new hire. This is why getting the selection process right from the start is so vital. Tignan nyo naman, 'di ba? Para sa bagong recruit yan, first year cost of a salesperson, para sa isang bagong salesperson na hire, pumapatak na ng $66,200 ang magagastos ng isang company for a year. And that was still in 2009. Paano pa kaya ngayon na 2025, 'di ba? Mas malaki. So, doon yung makikita na kapag may sales managers na kayo, kailangan nyo talagang mapili yung tamang tao, no? Parang don't settle for less. Parang gano'n, no? Parang mga girls yan, don't settle for less. So, kailangan makita ninyo yung right fit for the job para hindi rin malugi si company. Kasi may mga iba na, sige, i-hire, tapos train, ang masaklap after na train, tsaka magre-resign. Wala na magagawa doon, edi mag-hire ulit, edi panibago na naman na gastos na naman ng company. Diba? So, yon. Next one is there you go, recruitment process. So, first is the preparation of job and personnel specification. And then next, you identify the sources of recruitment and methods of communication. Next, designing an effective application form, to create a short list of qualified individuals. You may also use supplementary aids to help with selection. And the final step is the, um, sorry, shortlist and then interviewing and then use of supplementary selection aids. Okay, so, ayan na. Moving on to the recruitment process. So this flow chart gives a more detailed look at the process. So we start by establishing policy concerning responsibilities for recruitment and selection. So syempre ano yung mga polisiya or mga policies na dapat gawin ng pagre-recruit and selection. So sino ang magpa-participate? Sino bang dapat mag-hire? Sino ba dapat ang magpa-participate dito sa process? And sino yung may authority na magkaroon ng or mag-hire? Sino ba yung nasa authority na mag-hire ng empleyado or ng salesperson? Next is to analyze the job and determine selection criteria. So you need to conduct a job analysis, write a job description, and develop a statement of job qualifications. So after nang ma-determine mo yan, you need to analyze kung ano yung set of criteria. Yan na. Ida-draft mo na kung ano yung qualifications ng mga pwedeng mag-apply. No? So, develop statement of, write job description and develop a statement of job qualification. Ano yung mga, ano ba yung trabaho, anong responsibilities ng trabaho, ano yan yung job description. Syempre, hindi mo masasabi yan if you haven't conducted a job analysis, right? So, there you go. Next one is find and attract a pool of applicants. So, we have two ways. It's internal and external sources. And mamaya we will be discussing that and develop and apply selection procedures to evaluate applicants. So, what are the steps? What are the steps of the recruitment process? So, you may have different tools such as the application blanks, interviews, reference checks, and formal tests. So we have the selection criteria. When you are evaluating the candidate, you typically look at three main areas. Ano yung hard skills, soft skills, and team culture? So ano yung hard skills? So these are the technical or learned abilities such as product knowledge or experience. Hard skills, ito yung pinag-aaralan ninyo sa loob ng classroom. So kung marketing kayo, dapat kasama na sa inyong hard skill yung pag-create ng presentation, pag-deliver ng presentation, 'di ba? What else? Yung right way to handle customers. So those are hard skills because these are the things that you learn in school or through your on-the-job trainings. 'Di ba? Yun yung inaaral sa mga accounting grads natin, yung paggagawa ng balance sheet, the paggagawa ng statement of accounts, yun yung kanilang hard skill, yung pag-analyze ng mga accounts at kung ano-ano pa. 'Di ba? Yun yung hard skill na natututunan kaya ka nagto-training or nag-aaral sa loob ng classroom or magkukuha ka ng or mag-enroll ka sa additional trainings, pwedeng TESDA yan, hard skills ang mga yan. When you say soft skills, so these are the personal attributes. Maybe I can annotate, no? So, hold on. I do hope I can annotate, but it's so hard, I think. Yan. Ay, ba't ang laki? Kainis. Ano ba to? Okay, so, ayan, hindi ko siya mapaliit. So, soft skills. Ito naman yung personal and team culture, teamwork. So, it's really a part already na hinahanap sa mga aplikante. Ayan. So, hard skills, these are technical or learned abilities na sabi natin. For the soft skills, these are personal attributes and character traits like communication or problem-solving skills. So, itong mga soft skills, ito yung mga innate, no? Ito yung innate skills, soft skills na natututunan mo rin on the process. Okay? So ang main tawag dito, ang target natin or objective ng pagkakaroon ng lesson sa school ay magkaroon kayo ng hard skill, soft skill, and of course, team culture. So this refers to how well a candidate fits with the existing team and company environment. Ano yung team culture? Yung pagiging team player. Pabigat ba siya? Di ba? Or gusto niya, mag-isa lang niya, or gusto ba niya, ano yan, or makasarili ba siya, hindi siya nagle-lend ng hand sa mga kasama, or hindi niya ginagawa yung part. That's why, yun nga, sabi ka natin, actually, itong hard, soft, and team culture skills, or team culture, kailangan nyo din yan, or maaari nyo din yan matutunan sa school kung magpa-participate kayo ng maayos, di ba? Excuse me. So, yan yung, aim natin, objective sa school, okay? So, as recruiters, kailangan yung tignan niyang mga hard skills, soft skills, and team culture na yan. So, ano ang pwedeng gawin, no? Anong pwede mong gawin na test or examinations para makita iyang hard skills, soft skill, and team culture na yan? So, may mga series ng psychological test, yung interviews, pwede mong ipagawa or pwedeng magpa-demonstrate ka kung paano siya mag-handle, magbenta. I remember noon sa mga call centers noon, kapag during the panel interview, how will you sell this pen? Can you sell or sa phone interview, okay, what phone are you using right now? So Nokia pa ata noon kasi college pa ako eh. Tapos, can you try to sell your phone to us? So, ayan, syempre, yung FAB, 'di ba? Features, advantage, benefits. But of course, you also have to um identify or ipamukha mo sa ipamukha mo sa customer na kailangan niya 'yon. Parang ganon. So, yung mga yan, titignan yan ng ah titignan yan ng mga recruiters. So the goal is to find someone who excels in all three areas while also filtering out what you do not want in a salesperson. Ano yung ayaw mo sa salesperson? Siguro ayaw mo yung dishonest, 'di ba? Ayaw mo yung mahiyain, ayaw mo yung madaling mag-give up. Ayan, yan yung mga kailangan mong i-rule out. Kailangan mong, 'di ba? Ah, i-rule out. Titingnan mo kung may ganyan yung isang applicant. Wala na. Likwak na yung applicant. Parang ganun. Okay. Okay. Moving on to uh, percentage, important qualities of salespeople. So, the first one is communication skills. Ayan. Down to persuasiveness. So, communication skills, personality, determination, intelligence, ayan. Dapat yan yung makita or yan yung ranking. Kung gusto mong mag-sales, kung malakas ang communication skills mo, may laban ka. Next one is job description. So, a well-written job description is the foundation of the entire process. It should clearly outline title of the job, duties and responsibilities, to whom they will report. Ano yung whom they will report? Kanino sila magre-report or sino magiging boss nila? Technical requirements, kung kailangan, kung phone sales ba yan, syempre, kailangan meron silang Avaya at ang tawag doon, yung sa mga ginagamit sa call center, parang gano'n. Ano yung technical requirements or ngayon yung mga work from home, mga laptop na kayang mag-run ng mabigat na apps ng sabay-sabay, location and geographical area to be covered, and degree of autonomy the person will have in the role. Ano yung degree of autonomy? Pag sinabi kasing autonomy, siya na yung nagde-decide on his own. So, ano yung degree? Gaano, ano ba? Gaano ka wide? Ako wide. Ano yan? Degree. Paano ba? Level, ayan. Ano yung level ng autonomy na kaya niyang gawin? So, pwede na ba na siya na ang pipili ng kumpanya ng pagbebentahan or hindi? Kailangan kukunin niyang listahan ng leads doon sa ano pa? Or ano, you know, siya na ba ang mag siya ba ang magde-decide kung anong ibebenta na product or meron or hindi? Kailangan humingi muna siya ng permiso from the boss or to whom they will report, di ba? Parang ganon. So, degree of autonomy. Hanggang saan? So, like, let's say, for example, sa amin, sa education sector, may degree of autonomy kami. Paano? On all fairness, sa Lyceum naman, basta may sinabi na deadline, well, there's no micromanaging, like, oh, by alas 10, dapat natapos mo na yung ganito, ganyan. You can finish the job any time of the day as long as it is before the deadline or within the deadline. Ganun naman sa atin, no? Ano pa? May autonomy kami kung paano kami magturo. Ano yung mga activities na gusto naming ipagawa, 'di ba? Pero pagdating sa mga rules and regulations, hindi pa pwedeng hindi pa pwedeng hindi kami sumunod. Like let's say for example, the uniform policy. Dapat mag-implement kami ng uniform policy kasi utos 'yon ang nakakataas. Parang ganon. Hanggang saan ang pwede naming pagdesisyonan on our own. Ganon. Dapat ganon din sa mga sales people. As a sales manager, ikaw dapat yung na magde-determine kung hanggang saan yung degree of autonomy ng mga sales person. Okay? Okay. Ano yung the JD of a sales manager? So, ano yung job description? JD, job description of a sales manager. Nasabi na natin yan, managing organizational sales, meeting plan sales goals, ikaw mag-set ng goals, setting individual sales targets with the sales team, itatrack mo yung sales, i-oversee mo yung activities, titignan mo or i-coordinate mo yung marketing with the lead generation. Ano yung lead generation? Yun yung list ng mga tao na pwedeng pagbentahan or kumpanya na pwedeng pagbentahan. Iko-qualify pa yan. The ongoing training, developing your sales team through motivation, counseling, promoting the organization and products, and understanding our ideal customer. So that is your responsibility as a sales manager. What else? What are the requirements? So as a sales manager, requirements would be a bachelor's degree in business or related field. You do have some experiences in planning and implementing sales strategies. You have experience in CRM. You have experience managing and directing a sales team. You have excellent, take note, excellent, guys, excellent written and verbal communication skills. So guys, I do hope that when you have your exams or your essays or when I let you present in front, you should have excellent written and verbal communication skills. Hindi yung nagbabasa lang ng ire-report, no? E di sana binasa na lang namin yung PowerPoint nyo, 'di ba? Or di kaya binasa na lang namin yung anong tawag dito? Notes nyo. Diba, bigay nyo na lang sa amin yung notes, nagsasayang lang tayo ng oras eh. Binabasa nyo lang din from your phones or your kodigo eh. Diba? So, makikita nyo naman ang requirements. We wanted you to be prepared, once you graduate. And I do hope that you need to do your job naman as a student, 'di ba? Kasi it's part of your training. So far, I do not know, but yeah, may mga nag-improve na din, pero kadalasan, karamihan pa din ay nagbabasa pa din. 'Di ba? Hindi dapat ganun. Paano na lang kapag may kaharap kayong kliyente, lahat babasahin mo? 'Di ba? Hindi naman. Parang ganun. So, next, dedication to providing great customer service and ability to lead a sales team. Those are the requirements. So we have also the applicant sources, the internal and external. So, yeah, staff, internal will be the staff within the company. So we have the staff within the company for internal. Next one is external or referrals from the firms like salespeople or customers, ads, employment agencies, educational institutions, and the internet. So, moving on to, ano yun, yung internal. Ito yung mga tauhan na nasa loob ng kumpanya. Pwedeng ipropromote ninyo, di ba? O di kaya, ililipat nyo yung isang empleyado papunta sa ibang department, parang ganon. So, you are hiring internally. So, what are the advantages? Of course, the candidate is familiar to company. Siyempre, doon na siya nag-work. Alam na niya yung mga kultura, di ba? Alam na niya kung anong pasikot-sikot ng kumpanya. And candidate's character is already known. So, alam na kung anong pag-uugali niya, alam na kung kaya ba niya yung trabaho. Kasi nga, nagpamalas na siya or nakilala na siya or nag-work na siya within the company for quite some time. Kaya lang, disadvantage is no fresh talent and lack of performance due to promotion. So, yun nga lang. Kasi, syempre kapag within the company, walang bago. May mga times din kasi na may magandang kumuha ng ibang insights from other people outside the company kasi meron silang ibang experience from other companies. Gets ba? So parang uh, fresh knowledge or additional knowledge for the additional learning for the company kung mag-hire sila ng galing sa labas. And a promotion might lead to a lack of performance. Ayun lang. Baka kasi mamaya, pag na-promote na siya, ay, na-promote ako, lumaki na yung ulo niya, diba? So, pag lumaki na yung ulo niya, hindi na siya, hindi na niya gagalingan. Parang ganon. So, there is a chance na maging ganon. For the external sources, we have the ads. Ads in newspaper, magazine, or trade journals. So, advantages, produce large number of applicants kasi syempre naka-post, naka-advertise eh. Short span of time, marami ka agad, lalo na mass communication or, pangmasa or mass yung anong tawag dito? Pangmasa yung pagbibigay ng information. Diba? For example, newspaper, pero obsolete ng newspapers kasi. Or magazines. So, kung sino lahat, bibili ng dyaryo, ng magazine, kagad makikita yung, nakalimutan ko yung tawag, palibas hindi na tayo nagbabasa ng dyaryo. Classified ads, ayun. Ng classified ads, pwedeng-pwede kagad silang or malaman na hiring kayo and low cost daw. Disadvantage is application screening is time consuming. Applicants may have questionable character. Ayun lang. Syempre dahil maraming mag-apply, mahirap mag-screen. Time consuming daw. And at the same time, since pangmasa or marami ang mag-apply, parang hindi mo masusure kung maayos yung character niya o hindi. Diba? Kasi open to the public eh. Next one is recruitment agencies. So advantages, provide biodata of potential candidates for a fee, screen applicants on various parameters, and disadvantage, some applicants may be irrelevant and high cost. Ang I experienced this one. So nag-work ako sa DBP or the Development Bank of the Philippines. Kaso hindi parang ang ano lang is job order. So I remember during that time nakakatapos lang ng bagyong Pepeng. Pepeng and I forgot. Pepeng tapos yung isa. So nagkaroon ng flooding dito sa Pangasinan, state of calamity. And yung DBP branch natin sa Dagupan is nabaha. Ngayon, yung vault nila nabaha. So, job order lang siya or project-based lang siya. Kasi ang kailangan lang namin gawin ay um, pagbanggain yung actual files na nasa vault. Actual, we are talking about real estate and chattel mortgages, okay? Na parang, yun nga, minortgage sa DBP. Dapat magbangga sa database ng marketing and accounting. So, yun yung gagawin namin. Parang gagawa kami or mag-iimbentaryo kami ng actual real estate, real estate, tag ito? Real estate and chattel mortgages, sulat yung deed of sale or whatsoever, yung, basta maraming details. Parang gagawa kami ng database na panibago. So, since hindi siya plantilla item, ang nag-hire sa akin ay DBP Corp or their agency, no? So, si agency, ang nagpapasahod sa akin, si agency, hindi si gobyerno. So, ang nangyayari, magbabayad si DBP ng certain fee kay DBP Corporation. Siyempre, or doon sa agency. So, si agency, kumikita siya. Kasi siyempre, hindi lang naman yung pangsahod ko yung babayaran, pati yung ginawa nilang pagre-recruit, 'di ba? Parang ganon. Pati sila nang bahala sa aking payroll, ganon. Okay? So, ganon ang agencies. So, syempre, mahal yun para sa company. But of course, some applicants may be irrelevant and it is very costly or mahal. Okay. Recruitment, aside from dito yung mga manpower services, yan, examples yan, mga manpower services, kunwari, may mga jobs abroad, hiring, so yung mga manpower services dito sa Maynila, mag-hire ng Pilipino, tapos silang magre-recruit or mag-interview, ganito, ganyan, and kapag may successful hire, then, yun na, may kikitain din si agency doon sa sahod ni OFW. Parang ganon ang ano niya. So, this one, Vietnam Works, Move Up, so ever. Ayan. External sources. So, the internet has become a massive source of recruitment. Of course, in JobStreet, alam niyo na, as you can see from this screenshot. Ito ba? Mali. Ito pala. Si Vietnam Works. Ayan. Websites like Vietnam Works provide a platform for companies to post jobs and for candidates to search for them. So, ayan, Vietnam Works or JobStreet dito sa atin. I forgot lang iba. Pero ang pinakasikat is JobStreet. Ngayon, meron ng LinkedIn. Yan, yung mga examples. And educational institutions. So, used for placement at entry level, freshers. Ano yung advantages? Mga freshmen are more adaptable than experienced. Kasi kapag experienced ka na, may sungay ka na, parang ganon. Madali ka nang, parang matigas ang ulo mo ba? Pero kapag fresh graduate ka, syempre wala kang kamuwang-muwang ganon. So, madali kang mapasunod. Syempre wala kang magagawa kasi entry level yun eh. Wala ka pang alam, di ba? Natututo ka pa. So, dapat willing to be trained, willing to learn, dapat yun lagi. So, also, candidates are intelligent, of course, because you are a graduate from the university. So, granted na yun na dapat matalino ka. Di ba? Expected na yun. Possess required technical qualifications, syempre, kasi nag-aral ka sa uni, nag-aral ka sa school, dapat alam mo kung anong dapat gawin, di ba? And easily trained. Of course, the disadvantage is just lack of experience. Syempre, kaya nga bibigyan mo siya ng experience, di ba? I-train mo siya. 'Di ba? Doon pa lang siya matututo. So, 'yon. So, minsan nagkakaroon ng mga open house na job fair sa loob ng mismong uni. Ayan. Graduate recruitment program. Ayan, mga yan. External sources. Another one is, ito pala si graduate programs. Graduate recruitment program from KPMG. Many companies use these programs to bring in new talent directly from universities, leveraging the benefits we just discussed. So, yung mga sumama doon sa talk nung, oh my God, yung doon sa may Hotel Leduc about sustainability, I think. Diba? Yan yon. May nag-talk doon na sinasabi you can work saan? Sa iba't isa, Middle East, sa Australia, ganon. Nagre-recruit sila ng mga volunteer or habang mag-work habang nag-aaral, parang ganon. Okay? And competitors, ayun na. Hiring from competitors and other industries, common, insurance, stockbroker, office equipment, and clothing. Advantages, salesperson knows the market and its customers. Recruiting company knows the ability of candidate, and candidate is acquainted with market trends and customers. Of course, the disadvantage is legal and ethical issues. So, may kasi, moonlighting na tinatawag. Ewan ko, I think na ano din yan sa professional salesmanship. Pagdating sa ethical concerns, may tendency kasi ang mga ibang salesperson na mag-work for two different companies. So, parang medyo yun, di ba? Medyo conflict of interest. So, moonlighting ang tawag doon. So, of course, legal and ethical issues yung questionable doon. Diba? Baka mamaya, hindi ka pala pwedeng mag-apply sa ibang company. So, this chart summarizes the most used external sources and newspaper advertising were used by 84% of firms surveyed. But I think this is an old source kasi ngayon, hindi na masyado tayong bumibili ng dyaryo. Newspaper advertising is the most popular and employee referrals are also common. 6 steps. So 6 steps, welcome and small talk, get to know the candidate, competency check. Paano yun? You need to use behavioral interview techniques to assess their skills. Okay. So, yung welcome and small talk, syempre dapat i-break the ice mo. Dapat, wag mo siyang pakabahin. May mga iba kasing mga recruiter, lalo na ang Pilipino, masyado nilang pinapakaba yung mga aplikante. Hindi ko alam kung crab mentality ba o masyadong strict. Pero pagdating naman daw sa ibang bansa, direct questions lang. And easy lang yung interview. Sometimes kasi ang mga Pinoys, I do not know kung anong problema sa kanila. But anyway, you have to put the candidate at ease. Kasi, paano naman yan makakasagot, di ba? Paano siya makakasagot ng maayos kung kinakabahan, di ba? And get to know the candidate, ask questions about their background and experiences, and competency check, behavioral interview technique to assess their skills, and present the company and job, give them a clear picture of the role and your organization, and Q&A. You can allow the candidate to ask questions. O, diba? What's that? O, merong alarm. Sige. And closure. End the interview professionally, outlining the next steps. So we have the STAR system. I think I taught you that in your what? In your foreign language. Situation. Ask the candidate about a recent challenge. You can ask that interview question. Task. What were they required to achieve? Action. What did they do? And result. What was the outcome of their actions? Like, describe a time when you had a difficulty selling a product to an irate customer. Parang ganun. That is an example of a STAR question. Yan. Selection tools and procedures. We have weighted application blanks, which assign different values to different responses. So parang, ano ba, meron siyang rubrics. Ayan, weighted application blanks. May Likert scale. Ayan. Reference checks and physical exams. And of course, psychological tests to assess the intelligence, personality, and aptitude for skills. So that is an example of interview form. So yan o, may rubric siya. Excellent, above average, average, fair, and poor. So meron na yan, general appearance, neatness, dress, business image, ayan. Positive mannerisms, speech, expressions. So that is an example of an interview form na pwedeng gamitin mo bilang isang sales manager para mag-assess or mag-qualify ng mga candidates. So that's it. If you have any questions, alam niyo na yun. So see you and stay safe during this bagyong Nando. See you around.